Hey everybody, Matt with homeownerpal.com. I am a workaholic, so I was up here at the shop on the weekend doing some work, and I heard dripping. I could hear, and nobody else is in this office, so I could hear dripping coming from one of the rooms. I was like, what the hell's going on? So I looked in all the bathrooms, nothing, and I kept trying to track it down, and I found it. And we have a gym up here for some reason, and I open the door, and there's just water all over the floor. It's dripping out of the fixtures. It's everywhere. It's crap. So I run up the attic, and we have two air handler units up here. And so the way an air handler unit is supposed to work is there's an evaporator coil inside of it that's supposed to drip into a little pan, and whenever it gets condensation on it, drips into a little pan, and then it runs down a drain line that your HVAC guy will run, and then it runs outside, right, to keep everything nice and dry inside. And then in attics, if you have one in an attic, there's an extra emergency drain pan underneath the unit that, just in case this happens, it'll catch the water, and then that has what's called a little float switch on there that is supposed to cut the unit off whenever this happens. However, that didn't happen this time, and this is what happened. So we've got this water, disgusting looking water, all leaking over the edge, and then it's leaking down to the room below. So I've already shot back the room below. I'm going to sponge this out into a bucket, get it below the line here so it's not dripping anymore. And once I do that, I'm just going to leave this for the guy that installed this. This isn't that old, so I'm going to have the guy that installed it come out here and fix this on Monday. So this is a good hop tip. This is a good idea for you guys to, if you have a, which you're going to have an air handler in your home, but whether it's in the attic or in a closet in your hallway, either way, it's still the same. So there's a drain line in there, and there should be a way for you to access that. It's like a little twist off thing usually. And it's a good idea every 1 to 3 months to drop at least like a cup of distilled white vinegar in there, and then you're going to let it sit for a little while, like a few minutes, and then you're going to flush it out with like 1 to 2 gallons of warm water. Okay, it's a good idea to make sure that the drain's flowing every 1 to 3 months. I would check it, just open up your closet or go up in your attic and just look at your unit and make sure at least once a month. This is an avoidable problem that can cost the potential of thousands of dollars. If I wasn't here to catch this and this went all weekend, then it wouldn't have been just this and the floor below. It would have been all the way down, and then computers and anything in its path would have been destroyed. And then you're talking thousands of dollars as opposed to just a couple hundred and a warranty fix, So check your condensation lines for your HVAC unit, all right? And y'all have a good day. Go to homeownerpal.com, check out all the cool stuff that we're building for you guys. And thank you so much. Bye. Side note, did you guys know that if you completely squeeze the life out of your sponge after every use, you rinse it out and then squeeze the life out of it, it'll never get that nasty sponge smell. As long as you completely squeeze the life out of it after you've rinsed it off and let it dry, you'll never get that smell. It's whenever you leave all the gook and water just sitting in it that it's that smell. I have a sponge that's like a year old or older. It smells great. So I don't know if that's nasty or not, but it's a fact. This is the gym, the completely useless gym that my boss put in here that nobody uses. One day maybe we will, I don't know. But anyways, it's all dried up and it didn't go through the floor because I caught it just in time. It's still dripping a little bit, so I'll hang out and keep drying it, and I'll put the bucket under there. But anyways, yeah. So make sure you guys are checking your condensation lines, making sure that they're draining properly, and yeah, save yourself some trouble. Have a good day.